Hey, what's going on, everybody? JB the Ranch Mechanic here. Not really a Fast Tip Friday. I actually was not going to put out a Fast Tip Friday video this week because a couple days ago was my wife's birthday. My birthday was yesterday, and today is our 16th wedding anniversary. So I wasn't really going to bother doing this, but I wanted to make a video real quick to address an issue that I kind of touched on very, very briefly several months back in one of my videos, the video where I was talking about COVID and introducing my 1992 Chevy project. And in that video, I had an issue with this truck, my 2018 Silverado, with a intermittent fuel pump performance code. If I remember correctly, it was a P2635 code. I accidentally left my paperwork at the dealership, so I don't have the trouble codes in front of me here. But basically, that code, when you look up the code, it says fuel pump A, low flow / performance. And I didn't know what the heck that was about. I thought it had something to do with the intake that I put on the truck, the AFE Momentum GT. But it did not. It was an intermittent code. It came and went on its own for several months. It just kind of went away, and then it came back and it stayed on. I put my scan tool on the truck, and it pulled up several other codes that the scan tool could not decode, because my scan tool is old and it's kind of a piece of crap. But the other codes that I got were a U1510, which is a internal LIN bus communication fault code, and also a P095F code, which is related to the stupid active grille shutters on these trucks. If you're not familiar with what active grille shutters are, they're the reason that you can't put a light bar behind the grille on the 2018 or 2017 and newer, I believe, Silverados and Sierras. They go in front of the radiator, and there's a motorized actuator. They're basically like blinds on your window. They open and close to increase and decrease the amount of airflow going into your radiator. Basically, it's a gimmick for the EPA that makes the truck warm up faster. And when the truck warms up faster, your oil gets up to temp faster, so it boosts your fuel economy. And it also causes the catalytic converters to warm up faster, which reduces your emissions. Anyway, after seeing all these codes, I finally just took it to the dealership because we have a extended warranty plan, so everything would have been covered, and it was. Dealership went through the truck. They had it all week. Today's Friday. We dropped it off Sunday night in the quick drop. They've had it all week, and it finally got done this morning. And basically, the entire problem that I was having with this intermittent fuel pump code had to do with those stupid active grille shutters failing. I thought it had something to do with the fuel pump. Like, the fuel pump was actually bad because every time we'd get on the highway and we'd accelerate rapidly, the check engine light would come on. That was kind of what I thought was the trigger. But it actually had nothing to do with acceleration. It had everything to do with the fact that the active grille shutters are programmed in the BCM, which is the body control module, to open or close, depending on the ambient temperature, at about 55 miles an hour. So when you're getting on the highway on an on-ramp and you're accelerating to get onto the highway, the active grille shutters were trying to close, but they were binding, and they couldn't close, so that's what was triggering the check engine light. So anyway, apparently that fuel pump code was related to that whole mess with the active grille shutters. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've read a lot of forum posts on the internet about this fuel pump A low flow / performance code, and all of those threads kind of dead end. They don't really provide any resolution to anybody that's having this issue. So I wanted to put this video out there to let you guys know that if you're getting that code, even if you don't have the P095F code yet, I would take your truck into the shop and have them test your active grille shutters and see if they can put a power probe on it and manually try to activate those to see if they're binding. Because that ultimately was the source of all of these issues. So would have been fairly expensive to fix if I didn't have that extended warranty. I have a $100 deductible on it, so after tax and everything, it was only 125 bucks out the door. But they replaced the entire active grille shutter module, made sure all the connections were tight, and I'm driving it right now, and check engine light hasn't come back on. Granted, the entire city of Elko is one gigantic construction zone again this summer, so I cannot really go that fast. I'm on I-80 right now, and I'm going 53 miles an hour because of traffic. So I just wanted to, again, put this out there to let you guys know that if you're getting that fuel pump code, more than likely it's related to your active grille shutter, so that'd be the first place I'd start. I don't know how or why they have it programmed that way. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but that ended up being the cause of all of my woes with that check engine light. So the reason I wanted to get it fixed is because I am tuning this truck finally. But with the check engine light on, I wanted to make sure we didn't have any major issues, especially with the actual fuel pump, before I went ahead and tuned it, because that would have been, you know, not a good base for adding, you know, performance and, you know, increasing your fueling and timing and all that stuff if you have a fuel pump issue, right? So I wanted to make sure that was squared away first. And, you know, luckily it had nothing to do with the actual fuel pump. It was just the stupid shutters. So here we go. Finally get this thing out of the way. And anyway, as a totally random aside, a couple months back, I saw a video of a really cute little hedgehog. And I didn't even know that you could have hedgehogs as pets. But apparently you can, and they're really freaking cute. So I mentioned that to my wife. I said, I kind of want a hedgehog. And she's like, are you kidding me? We already have 3 dogs in a small house, you know. It's kind of not really conducive to have any more animals. But she did some research on it, and unbeknownst to me, she went to Salt Lake with the kids on Wednesday for a quick meeting for her work, which is based in Salt Lake, even though she's a remote employee. And she came back with an African Pygmy Hedgehog, a little 6-week-old hedgehog. So now we have a hedgehog named Marvin. And I'll roll in a picture of him real quick. Anyway, that's Marvin. He's awesome. He kind of started off as a little sea urchin yesterday when we brought him home. He was all curled up into a ball. He didn't really want to be messed with, because he's just a baby. He doesn't know anything about anything, so he's not used to us. All new smells, whole new environment. He was a little bit of a shock to him. But today he kind of opened up a little bit, and he was letting my wife hold him and stuff while I was at work. And yeah, so now I own a hedgehog as well as 3 dogs. Go figure. So anyway, the majority of this video was about that fuel pump issue. That's what I really wanted to touch on, but I hope you guys are all doing great. Thank you for watching. Not really a fast tip today for your Friday, but it's at least something. So I hope that the fuel pump issue provides some resolution to anybody else who owns a Silverado or a Sierra that's having that kind of phantom fuel pump code. Anyway, we got it sorted out, so it would have been about 800 bucks if I didn't have that warranty, but you know, $125 out the door. Did the job, that's that. Anyway, guys, I hope you had a great week. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.